It's Deprogrammed, the podcast where we want to get you into an artist, and in doing so, we've done all the work. Literally all you have to do is listen. My name is Justin, and today I can talk, I swear. I do so many freaking podcasts a week. How do I stumble over a word like today? Okay. It's going to be that kind of a night. Today we're talking about Lady Gaga, and joining me, Meri.
Hi.
This was the quickest turnaround in guest history, I think, because I saw you literally last week, a week ago.
No, 2 weeks in a row with Justin. That's awesome.
I was like, we need to have you back on the show. And then since I'd seen you, it was fresh in my mind. I was like, well, let me look up Lady Gaga, because you had mentioned that Steven would be willing to do it. And I was like, well, let me see what Lady Gaga's got. And lo and behold, I'm like, we can turn that around quick. I was like, you want to do that?
Biggity bam.
And as I mentioned, Steven joining us for the first time.
Howdy.
How you doing, man?
I'm doing well. I was told this was actually an Iron Maiden countdown. But that's okay. I'm a huge Gaga fan too, so I can roll either way. It's all good.
A little less metal, a little more Gaga. So, talk to me, Meri. What is it about Lady Gaga? Why did we have to do this episode?
How do you start? Actually, Steven was the one that kind of jumped on that fan train before me. Honestly, he was it Poker Face?
No, it was actually the
I'll defer
first
to you.
single, Just Dance.
Oh, okay.
Because I read a review of the album before it really broke huge, and it just immediately hit me as that fun, throwback, insanely hard to get out of your head earworm type pop music that's hard-hitting, that I like. It's goofy, it's over the top, at least for the debut album, and I loved it immediately. Took a little while to get you on the wagon.
I think
That's shocking, actually.
Yeah, I think it finally clicked with me just when I realized how unusual and how provoking just in pop culture she was, and just kind of how she could be kind of Madonna and Marilyn Manson at the same time. And that intrigued me. Plus, she's a really good songwriter.
That is a wonderful description. And, we'll get, once we get into like the song part, like I'll really describe, but I also felt Elton John plenty of times as well. Because you mentioned she's like a terrific songwriter. Mm-hmm. So you said, like, Steven, for you, it was the poppiness, like getting caught in the. Are you normally a pop guy?
I am. I'm pretty particular about it, though. And so when I heard that debut album, is ridiculous, admittedly, as a lot of those lyrics are, which absolutely that's part of the fun of it at the time. Mm-hmm. That was literally the first review I heard of the album was, this is great catchy music to work out to. I love it. The lyrics are ridiculous and make me laugh, so I enjoy it. But yeah, that first album is so tightly written. It's so sparse and to the point. It has that, Tom Petty and the Heartbreakers, don't bore us, get to the chorus mentality that's just boom, boom, boom into hit after hit after hit. And I hadn't heard that in quite a while from a pop artist like that, of that vein.
Yeah. So talk to me then, Meri, because I get the, strangely enough, actually hearing that you kind of had to be pried into this. I'm wondering how hard this 20 was for you.
It was actually really easy. It was actually super easy.
Yeah.
Yeah. I could just kind of take all of the bits that I really loved about her, like just the certain, whether it's the ballads or just the hardcore, just dancey, poppy things, or things that focused more on her vocals, or it was easy.
Yeah.
I didn't really have a problem.
Yeah. So, Steven, being this is your first episode, first time having to put a 20 together, what was it like for you?
It actually felt fairly natural to me. I had to go back and remind myself that, Lady Gaga, as we know her, has been around now for over a decade.
Yeah.
It's crazy.
She's put out a phenomenal amount of music, and I don't listen to her on a daily basis anymore, but I've listened to her so much that it didn't take any navel gazing. There was no debating about this song versus that. I had maybe 3 songs that were kind of near the bottom, and then when the time came, it was easy to cut them out. And so for me, it felt pretty natural, and I had a couple surprises for myself, I think, going through the 20, but just a couple. For the most part, they were all pretty obvious for me.
You know, I hesitate to say easy, but there didn't feel like any gut-wrenching cuts where it's like, God, I need that song, like, but you know, I need to cut this if I want that. It didn't feel that way. It did feel like I gravitated naturally towards, I think like initially like 34 had gotten through that I wanted to listen to again just to kind of weigh against each other. But then like as I'm going through it, I'm like, nah, you know, I've got that sound covered, or I feel like this does that better, or so yeah, it wasn't painstaking as oftentimes for me this show can be. But I get a really nice sense of fun from her, so I'm glad that that's what you brought up already. I really wanted to applaud her songwriting, and underneath all that dance stuff, there really is a tremendous voice there.
Yeah.
And you know, I've definitely pulled out some parts where like, yeah, you need that, you need to understand that about her. And to that point, every week I ask, you know, who or what song would be like essential to you, and one of the answers I got was James Duvall, who said, I get the feeling that, you know, you're going to find that it's going to be the hits are the best songs. And you know, it's not, for the purposes of this show specifically, I think he's correct, because that's what's going to draw somebody in. But Lauren had said, you're absolutely wrong. And I agree with her on that point too, because she is so much more than what these hit songs are. So it's a nice dichotomy of stuff here, like, because where she's getting kind of political, or where she's, you know, just speaking up for social injustice, it's just a really fun artist, and I'm looking forward to seeing what we're going to pull out here for these lists.
And we didn't cheat. I don't know what he has on his, and he doesn't know what's on mine.
I actually took notes, y'all. I've started taking notes now. It makes it so much easier. Like, it's a little bit more work on the front end, but it makes it so much easier when it comes time for conversation. So that being said, the name of the game is Deprogrammed, and each of us has now combed through the 4 albums. We did not include the soundtrack for A Star Is Born. We just included her 4 studio albums. And we are going to now mash our 20 songs together in an attempt to create a top 10 starter kit to get you into Lady Gaga. If for whatever reason you just bounced on her, you skirted on her for whatever reason.
Come back. We will show you.
You should. So I feel like this is a heavy hitter. I'm coming hard right out the top of the gate, because I think this is the epitome of Lady Gaga. Like, before pre-conversation, this is the one I'm looking towards number 1 with a bullet. And I think it's super important, like, material wise. I think it nails her sound. Born This Way.
You know what's crazy?
Really?
I didn't put it on my list.
I'm alone.
This is quite interesting, because it is also not on my list.
Oh my gosh.
And I thought that would be the controversial take of the evening, and I would be vilified by both of you.
Okay.
Didn't put it on. It was close, but
it was close.
Was cut.
It was close for me as well, but ultimately there is so much more material of hers that speaks more to me.
Okay.
And that has nothing to do with the theme of the song. It's just musically what that song does. It does not connect and move me the way that most of her other material does, for whatever reason.
That is crazy. I wasn't expecting to not have it on my list. It just kind of worked out.
So controversy out the gate.
Right?
Yeah.
You're very welcome.
I mean, I was way wrong. Which happens.
Defend it.
Well,
well, you did. I mean, and I get that. You're
I just feel
totally
like
right.
it's such a great message for people to be able to take away. So
Absolutely.
Oh, yeah.
Absolutely.
really, as it goes, there are no wrong answers, even though I'm
This
wrong.
is true.
Even though I'm wrong. All right, Mary?
I guess I'm going to throw out, for my first one, one of the few songs off of the Art Pop album. I'm going to go with Applause.
Yeah, I got it. Yep. Where is it? Somewhere in the middle here.
You know I've got that one.
I was going to say, I would be shocked if you didn't.
That song is such a later phase of her career throwback to that debut album, of just that immediate, the second you hear it, there's so much energy, you know where the melody's going. It is such a tight, never gonna forget this melody that weaves its way in. And then of course the song itself is phenomenal for what she actually pulls into the scope of it and where she was at her point in her career and what she was trying to do, and being very kind of self-referential and self-deferential at the same time.
See,
Absolutely.
that's what I was wondering, because my note here is it fits the Gaga soundscape, first of all. Like, it sounds like a Lady Gaga song, which is important, especially on Art Pop. And it, like you said, it harkens back to like the older records. And then I was like, I'm wondering if it's self-reflection, like she's saying, I do this for the applause, that's why I'm doing this, or is it a commentary on pop culture, like, you know, all these other starlets, they're doing it for applause, I'm making art pop right now. So like it definitely made me think, which, considering, I don't want to say I hated the song. I never hated the song, but when I initially heard it, I'm like, no, whatever, you know.
Yeah.
It was a Lady Gaga song. I just kind of wrote it off as such. So yeah, though.
Nice.
I gotta be honest, I didn't think that was going to be unanimous. I almost felt like I was going to be out on my own on that one.
Oh, wow.
Oh.
This will be an interesting list.
Yeah.
So, all right, Steven, trot your first one out there. Let's see what we got.
I'm going to go with Meri the Night.
Yep.
Okay.
Yep.
That was literally number 21. It was one of my absolute last cuts.
Really?
Yeah.
Wow.
I was feeling it, and then like I was doing some research on it. I was like, well, I've already got a lot of the radio stuff. Do I need another radio song? And
You just got your revenge on me, I think, from
But-
the first cut.
but at least you had Meri on board, so it still makes it over the conversation. So I mean, I'm already looking at that one as a possible to just kind of throw in if we need it.
To me, that's one of the best album openers.
It's tremendous.
And like, I mean, just because most of the time, like with albums, I don't even pay attention to the album itself as, you know, as a whole. But I just remember when I cranked up Born This Way and that one came on, I was just like, oh, I'm in for something good.
Yeah, the power was out at our house when we got that album.
Really?
Yeah.
I don't remember.
And so we had to play it on a small radio and turned it on. It was pretty much like we're in the middle of a montage in a Rocky movie now.
Holy crap. I don't even remember
That song is just pure power.
Damn.
Okay. All right. I'm going to go with this one, even though this is awfully early in the game for me to be playing this. But we mentioned like the idea of her feeling like Elton John. Mm-hmm. And I don't think it was ever more evident than in Hey Girl.
Oh.
Where did I put that?
That's true. I didn't think about it that way.
It feels so Elton John. And that's literally like the main reason. Because like I felt it a bunch of times as I'm listening to her. But that one I can go, she likes Elton John. Here it is right here in this song.
Yeah, that's true.
But clearly,
I didn't put it on my...
It's unfortunately it is not on my list either.
But I see that now. The reason
Totally.
why it didn't make mine was just I love Florence and the Machine, but I don't know. There's just something about I can only handle Florence's like yell singing so much. And compared to Gaga, like it was almost like this is the awesome way to yell sing versus this is the kind that really gets on my nerves. And I mean, it's like I love her, but I can take it in small doses.
I
so
get
that's
you.
the only reason why it didn't end up on any of my like favorite tracks.
And honestly, like I said, like the biggest reason was that Elton John sound. So like technically that's why it was weird for me to play it this early. Usually that's one like I'd just kind of throw in more towards the end of the game. All right, I'm letting you guys peek into my gameplay too much.
Nothing wrong with that. Let's see. All right, why don't we just go for one of the obvious ones? I'm just gonna throw out Poker Face.
I got it.
Because it's...
You know I got it.
Yeah, it's one of the best pop songs ever written.
You kind of have to,
basically.
right?
Yeah.
Like you kind of have to have Poker Face.
Yeah.
Which it's funny because I think we were talking about it after James had said that in the Trash Pals chat, and Lauren had said something, or Matt jokingly had said, "Do you have Poker Face?" Because that's his thing, is the big hit, like the hit. That's the one. And she was like, "Well, I wouldn't have it, but maybe to play the game." But I advise anybody who kind of remembers Poker Face in a bad light, revisit it.
Oh, yeah.
Because it's way better than you're giving it credit for. It's a really good tune. What turned me on to that tune and made me want to... It kind of wiped away anything I ever discredited her for. I saw a version of her playing that song on piano.
Yes.
And I was like...
So good.
Wait, she can do that? Like, oh... So there's something there. And so it was enough to make me go, okay, well, she isn't just some pop starlet. There's something deeper. There's an artist there. So, yeah, we got 2 in then.
It is
Nice.
astounding how that, and so much of her music translates like that.
Mm-hmm.
And you're right. At first glance, you think that's not quite going to work. I'm not sure where she's going with that. And then it does. And then you're kind of amazed. And you're like, well, why am I amazed? That's just an amazing, brilliant song. And yeah, that is the song that broke her in the States. I think Just Dance was her kind of big break song internationally. And it's interesting because that does have more of a, I think generically as a American metalhead, I would say more of a European dance style feel to it. And the video does as well. But by the time you get to Poker Face, that's pretty much the moment of, okay, she's here. This is an amazing track. It's a huge hit. And, oh, she's a little, quote unquote, weird.
Yeah.
There's something
Got
a
that
little
House of
different
Gaga
about her.
thing going on.
Yeah. And suddenly that kind of took off from there.
Well, and as simple as it is, that the line, "Can't read my poker face." It's simple.
It seems so
hits.
common, but you don't ever hear
No.
people singing that line.
No. So, I mean, I don't know. That's great. So, all right, we got it.
Yay!
All right. Steven. I think I put that over there.
Okay, so I'm going to go with a little more of a deeper cut. So Happy I Could Die. It probably is not going to make it to your list, I'm thinking.
Nope, it didn't go on mine.
No.
Yikes.
It was a toss up between that one and then the one that I ended up picking. And yeah. But that is a banger.
It's such a laid back, like,
Yeah.
kind of somber after the party's winding down. You have some regrets type feel to it that always attracted me to it. It's still her, but it's just kind of that different shade of her. And it was on the second album after she'd had just nonstop high energy song, hit. But understood.
Happy in the club with a bottle of red wine. That wouldn't be my choice, but
Well, you talked about a different level, and this one, let's see, which album is this? This is off Art Pop, oddly enough. I want to go a little different direction here, energy-wise, and here is my note. Feels like the first real raw look into the person behind Lady Gaga, and it felt like looking at Rehab and Relapse. Dope.
I didn't pick it. That was one of my ones that I was on the fence about too, because that is like that's about as raw as she gets.
It's strong.
Yeah.
Did not make my list either, unfortunately. You know, it is so weird with her because she is an artist that, depending upon where and when you got into her. If you formed your relationship and identity and what she gave you and your attraction to her at a certain phase, you might not be as prone to connect with something like that. Like, I like that song, I appreciate it, but it just never emotionally grabbed me. And maybe that is because I had my formative period with her on that first album, driving late at night back from playing shows, and I would blast that and sing it after playing drums for, a metal band in a bar or something, or a pool hall or party, to stay awake on the way home. And that drilled it into me. So that's interesting.
No, well, see, and to your point, I'm a new ear. Like, I'd never listened to these albums before. So, like, I'm plucking out stuff that's really just, sticking to me. And rehab is always going to be a subject with me, I'm 10 years recovering alcoholic. And so a subject like that is always going to strike a nerve with me. So, it may have been a miss, but, like, you should know, dear listener, that she can do that. And it truly is wonderful, and it's a great showcase of her voice.
Oh, so. Yeah.
All right, Meri?
Let's see. Well, along that same vein, but this one was a bit more of, I guess, a hit, but it was kind of like a hit version of that rawness. I'm going to go with A Million Reasons off of Joanne.
I got it.
As do I.
Yay!
I wanted to ignore that song because I was talking to my wife about Lady Gaga, and she had said, when I think of her, I think about, I moved that over there and didn't, okay. Think about, like, dancing, shaking your ass, and the thing that struck me was she said something along the lines of, Katy Perry could have sung that, and I'm like, technically, I get what she's saying. Technically. But, I don't know. It felt Lady Gaga to me. Like, it didn't feel like a Katy Perry song. Like, I get what she's saying, but, like, it didn't feel like one to me. And I guess because I had the whole scope of everything rather than just hearing it on the radio. Mm-hmm. So, yeah.
If you want to do some Netflix watching and just kind of get into, like, the psyche of Gaga and watch her documentary, that 5'2", because that's kind of while she was making Joanne and while she was preparing to do the Super Bowl halftime show, and it's really interesting just to see how that whole process went.
Another thing with Million Reasons is, like, the it's a lot of broken relationships, and including maybe perhaps a broken/fixed relationship with faith, and it's all together in one song, and it, again, a great showcase of her voice. So I don't know.
She does, and it's got something that I always like about her too, is like her weird little repetitions that she does in songs, where she'll just, like, say the same thing. And it's just like you would think it would be annoying, but just the way she delivers it, where she's just saying, "You and me, a million reasons." You feel it.
Yeah.
And I like that.
Yeah. And it sits well in the album.
Yeah.
Like I said, which is why I think I was able to gravitate towards it, whereas my wife is just singing it as just some pop song.
Yeah.
So
yeah, it's one last comment. So we watched a TED Talk the other day that was about this idea of repetition in pop music. And a lot of people complaining how much more repetition there is today. And I guess there's a famous meme where Beyonce's, Who Runs the World is written by like 21 people, and Bohemian Rhapsody is written by one person. And the complexity is a little bit differently there, musical. But the point was that actually, if you look at popular music and what actually connects with most people, repetition's actually a good thing. That is what most people gravitate to. Even in jazz, classical music, you will find the same strains like that, and that is something that's going on in modern popular music. But even when she writes something like this, which that's a song that probably for me I initially would not like. At a glance, it sounds almost kind of cheesy a little bit, but with her, I feel that it's very real, and she brings that pop sensibility to it, like Meri said, with the way she writes it and her phrasing and everything.
Well
Word.
said.
Word.
Saying what I was trying to say, only much more eloquently. Thank you very much for that, Stephen.
Occasionally.
Alrighty, it is your turn, sir.
I think I'm going to go with a very ridiculous song that is probably not on either of your lists. And this is off her debut album, and it is the track Boys, Boys, Boys.
I got it.
Hey.
Oh, thank you.
I couldn't tell you what it was about it that didn't hit with me, but I don't know. Maybe I was pulling too much through from that album, and I was just like, well, I kind of got it. There's 3 more albums. That's the only thing I could chalk it up to. It just didn't hit with me. But the both of you have it, so it moves on into the conversation.
It's an absolutely absurd, ridiculous song, but it is so much fun. It is the most over-the-top, goofy song, and that's what you mentioned. Katy Perry. Katy Perry's debut album has songs like that as well that are unabashedly fun, and they almost have, dare I say, this sense of like innocence about them. It's not, I'm a pop star and I've arrived and everything's got to be hard and soulful and sexy and whatever extreme. It doesn't have any of that. It's just, I'm writing a fun, goofy throwaway song, and it is amazing.
Yeah.
All right. Well, which way do I want to go here then? You know what? It turns out that this apparently was a radio song. I hesitate to say hit because I'd never heard it. And my note here: love the mixture of her raw talent mixed with all the different rock and dance elements. You and I.
Yep, that was my first one.
Oh,
That was the first one I wrote down.
I do not have it.
okay. Goes to the conversation though. Goes to the conversation. So, if you guys wouldn't mind confirming this on that screen, I've got through all the way applause, poker face, million reasons, and then in the conversation, marry the night, boys, 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 you and I.
Yep.
Okay.
Yep.
All right, so we are all on the same page. All right, so you and I was me. So Meri, it is your turn.
Let's see. I'm gonna go with the one that I was wavering between So Happy I Could Die and this one. And this was the one I chose, which was Dance in the Dark.
Nope.
That's a no for me as well.
Oh, jeez.
Your first taste
It
of
was-
trash.
My first solo one.
It was close. That was around, I think, number 25-ish for me. It was
Into the trash.
lurking.
That's all right. I'm a free bitch.
And you look in the trash, every one of those is a fantastic
I know,
song.
right? It's funny.
That's
There ain't no trash in that trash.
remarkable.
It's bizarre how this show works because sometimes you look at that and it's just like, how was I the only one on that? And
Right.
but then you look at what gets through and it's like, oh, okay, I guess I get that. All right, Steven?
So I'm going to go with a newer song, and this is Ayo off of Joanne.
That was the last song I picked.
Oh, I do not
Okay.
have it, but
Okay.
moves over to the combo.
Yeah, I was on the fence about that one. I was like, is this too much of a hit type song? But it's just very simple and catchy, and yeah.
I think you'll find when we look at my stuff from Joanne, I was leaning into heavily because on that album she definitely shied away from the typical Lady Gaga soundscape, and so like I leaned into that with her with the songs that I decided to bring in. As a matter of fact, since we're there, I'm going to go the actual opposite direction because here's one where she actually did lean into that sound, the soundscape. My note here: love the typical Gaga sound mixed with self-reflection. Perfect illusions.
Yep, I got it.
I do not have that.
Oh my goodness.
Yep.
That
All right.
Tame Impala production just got me the second I heard it, just with that drum beat.
It is a good track.
Yep.
Absolutely.
Okay, but it goes to the convo. All right, Meri.
Okay, well, since we're there, let's just continue onto that album. I'm going to go with the title track to Joanne.
Yep,
Not on my list.
I had to.
That was when, I cry almost every time I hear it. That's almost like the Titanic song. You know, just I hear the chorus and I just...
So what is my note here? And I wrote another peek behind, like with Dope, where it's we're looking at the person behind Lady Gaga as opposed to like this big elaborate character that she's created for herself. And then looking into it, it's about her aunt, which you read something like that and it's like, well, how do I not? I already connected to it sound wise. How do I not at this point, knowing that it's that personal for her?
Yeah.
So, well, it moves over to the conversation. It's okay to be wrong, Stephen.
I'm used to it.
All right, it is your turn.
Gotta learn in this life some point. I'm gonna go with Judas from Born This Way.
I got it.
Okay. Because no, I do not.
Really?
Yeah, I don't.
Oh, I'm surprised.
I know. There's going to be another one that I freaking loved that I cut because I wasn't sure if anybody else would have it, and that'll be off Art Pop. We'll get there, but no, it made it through my first list, and I couldn't tell you now. Like sometimes those last like handful, you're just like, well, I need to get down to 20. So,
Yeah, absolutely. It's such a hard driving song. That whole album, I mean, it's a commonplace thing to say, but there's so much going on. It's overstuffed to the brim and things are falling out the sides of it. That song somehow pulls all that together in this extremely hard-hitting, tight song. But anyway, as is becoming apparent, that's what I typically go to her for that kind of scratching that itch. So
it's one of like my favorite of the songs that she says her name in.
Oh yeah.
It's just such a weird motif that most pop artists don't do, and she gets away with it like it's nothing, and it's just awesome. You just gotta say Gaga. I mean, it's just love it.
All right, I'm gonna go here. We've been skirting around this, and this one I'll wait to bring the hammer to see if I get it. But this one, if you put everything in order, you push play, and it's the first thing you hear. And it's on point. It's something that you've probably heard a million times, but maybe have kind of brushed aside because Poker Face came along and but Bad Romance.
Oh, yeah. Absolutely.
Absolutely.
Yep.
Yeah. So, like, the minute I didn't get Born This Way in, this one was the one that I'm leaning towards. Well, it's because you've got the I hesitate to say she gets made fun of for it, but like at the beginning, like the like that, and then, but it's catchy, it's fun, it's uniquely her. That's Lady Gaga. You hear that, you're like, oh yeah,
yeah.
She's
nobody
a
else
free
can
bitch, baby.
Exactly. Nobody else can do that weird, where she just makes. She's either like pa 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 polka or rah 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 Judah. I mean, it's
you're right
crazy.
though. Like,
nobody does that.
It's not like scatting. Like it's not like
Right.
It's nobody else pulls that off. Like if I make a song where I'm going rah, everybody's going, shut up, dude.
Yeah, exactly.
Well,
you just can't.
It's fun and it's fierce at the same time.
Yep.
And how you pull that off, and you can be kind of sexy and silly, you can be scary and conventional. Like she plays with those things and just makes it look so effortless. And it's so insanely hard to write a song like that.
Yeah.
I mean,
and then right off the gate too, like that's again, you push play and that's the one. Like my note here, great track one. It's a great track one, not just for Lady Gaga, just a great track one to introduce you to an artist. And I also noted it feels big. You hit it and you're hearing everything that's like, yeah, well, yeah, this song.
Yeah,
I'm pumped up now.
yep.
That was one of the
Cathedral
last.
size.
Yeah, that was one of the last videos that I remember, like it being an event when it premiered.
Oh yeah, yeah.
That was like a thing. That doesn't happen anymore.
Well, MTV kind of is whatever it is now.
Yeah.
So,
Exactly.
all right, Meri.
Let's see. I'm gonna go back or forward to Art Pop, and it's my favorite song on that album, just because it's kind of ridiculous, but it's still very Gaga. Venus.
God, that's the one. That's the one I was telling.
I've got it on mine.
Oh,
Okay,
you
good.
do?
Mm-hmm.
Oh.
Because I fucking love that song. But I was like, is this too weird? Like, am I just leaning into something that I like? Is this something... Like, I played myself out of it because I thought I would have been on my own. Again, it's unique. It's weird. It's such a great tone setter for that album. Like, you push play and you go, okay, so she's doing something different here. And it doesn't disappoint like the rest of the album. And then something about Venus just made me laugh. Like, everything else that's going on, Venus. I was just like, yes!
And then she'll get to, like, the second time, it's just like, Venus.
I hate that I didn't have that, but I'm glad you both did, so it doesn't go into the trash.
No.
So it's safe. And we're officially out of NTP. No worries about NTP. We don't got to pull anything out of the trash either. So worst case scenario, I think we still even have cuts to make. So
Okay.
all right, Steven?
I'm going to go with Telephone.
I got it.
Okay, because I do not. I
Speaking of rather epic videos.
Yeah, exactly.
You know, I think that might have been part of what made me cut, because it definitely was like in the top 25, 26. Like, it was definitely one of the last few cuts. And at that point, like I said, you're kind of looking for whatever excuse. It's like, oh, this is a hit. I've got plenty of hits. I don't need another one. So
Yeah.
All right. Oh, we have 10 in the conversation, I think. Did I? Yeah, I already moved it.
Stacking up.
I know, right? So we're going to have another nice rough round of cuts after this. And since I used that word, I'm going to stay right there too. This one, I think the line is, I can't sleep with a man who will dim my shine. I think I might have paraphrased here a little bit, but I like it rough.
That was one that I didn't...
It was close, but it
Yeah.
did not make my list.
Raunchy. Like,
Yeah.
it just, I was like, well, again, in conversing with my wife, maybe I did myself a disservice with that, because she's like, that's kind of what I think of with her, like, kind of raunchy sounding songs. And so, like, I kind of leaned into that and tried. I think when I heard that one, I was like, okay, well, she does raunchy. Here we go. This is one where she's raunchy. She also does it better later, though.
It's a very different sounding song on that first album, too.
Mm-hmm.
That's one of those later tracks it is a deeper cut, dare I say, and it has a different sound than a lot of her other songs on it. And it is a preview of what's to come with her.
Yep. All right. But I missed, because I am trash. All right.
Oh, stop it. All right, let's see. Let's do... I'm going to go with Alejandro.
It's another one of those ones where I don't know why I cut it. I really don't.
I do have it on my list.
Oh,
Okay.
you do?
And that was one that Lauren actually suggested, that said we need. Like, I don't know if I
Yay,
put that
Lauren.
over there. Like,
Yep,
there's the
I see
listener
it.
list. Yeah.
Yep.
So that was one of the ones. Let me,
It's just one of those other weird, like, how she can do that. Like, and like, the name's Alejandro, and she's singing to Alejandro, but then Roberto comes in and Fernando comes in. It's just like, what?
you know what?
She can do whatever the hell she wants.
You know
It's
what
okay.
I liked about Alejandro is it gave me a distinct Madonna vibe.
Yeah.
And I don't know, like, if maybe ultimately that's what turned me off to it, is like, well, it doesn't sound as much Lady Gaga as it does.
Yeah.
Reminds me of Madonna, which maybe I should have taken my own advice with the song that sounded like Elton John.
Well, Born This Way is the same way for me. It has that
Yeah.
throwback, and I was a huge Madonna fan growing up, so...
No, and you know what? That makes sense. That absolutely makes sense now that you say that. All right. So Alejandro was married. Steven.
I'm going to go to one that it better be on the list.
Uh-oh.
Oh.
This is Paparazzi.
Oh, yeah.
Oh.
I had it.
I don't.
Really?
I don't.
That's
Wow.
my favorite. That's my hands down favorite
Well-
song of hers.
So I had that squarely up against Applause. Like, so I went with Applause.
I can see that.
Yeah, I can see that too.
They were similar enough in their topic that's what I went with. But
Yeah.
both of y'all had it, so it moves over to the conversation. Again, sometimes you make whatever decisions. All right. Where do I want to go? You know, let's start getting some of these weird ones out here. Some of the ones that kind of slipped through that surprised me. Like this one, Donatella.
Dang it.
I didn't expect it.
I do love that song, though.
Not on my list.
I mean, it's just...
It just feels like a complete, like she's just
yes.
constant jabs at pop culture. And, you know, what do you want to wear this autumn? And it's like, it was fun for me.
Yeah.
Seeing her punching, swinging wildly.
Love it.
All right, let me put that one in the trash where it belongs. All right, Meri.
I have a feeling this one's probably going to end up in the trash too, because I don't know. But I'm going to go with Grigio Girls.
No.
Not on mine.
Yeah, I figured that. Yeah. I just liked it because it's very simple and she's just singing about her girls and it's got a catchy little ooh, oh, oh chorus. And yeah, anyway, I didn't think that one would make the cut.
I love my Grigio Girls, but yeah.
All right, Steven?
I'm going to go with Bloody Mary.
Oh, my
Off Born This Way, which
Wow.
I'll be surprised actually if that's on anyone's list.
Nope, that didn't make mine.
Dude, so I had it right up until, again, like 22. And the only reason was I didn't have anything, like I loved the song, like the way it felt, like the way it sounded. But I didn't have anything like definitive that I could write about the song. That's like literally the only reason I cut it.
I hear you. She has a lot. It's this is a little tough.
Yeah, this was not, I mean, it was easy, but it wasn't easy, if that makes sense.
Well, the good thing is it sounds like we didn't play the game too much while we were making our list, which always makes for an and we're fine, by the way. We have 4 through, we've got like 12 in the conversation, so we are doing A-okay here. Which reminds me, how many do I have left here? I have 8 left. So there's plenty of game to play.
Wow, yeah, I think I've only got 2 left.
Well, would make sense
Dang.
because there's a lot in the conversation that I didn't have. So, all right. Well, let me keep throwing out these weird ones then. Again, this
Oh,
one,
wait, was it your turn, Steven?
he put out.
I just put out Bloody Mary.
Yeah.
Oh,
Bloody
you're
Mary.
right. My bad. I forgot. Poor Bloody Mary. I just
Poor
forgot about
Bloody
her.
Yeah.
I was too focused on that Grigio.
Tell me who hurt ya. Come to mama.
Oh, that's a good one, too.
Yeah, I know.
I don't have it on
This is
mine.
perfect time for
Didn't make my cut.
Perfect time.
Unfortunately.
All right, Meri.
Do I have any more on Joanne? Because I kind of want to... No, I don't. Okay. Let's go back to the beginning. I'm going to go with The Fame.
Oh my God.
That did not make my cut. That was so close.
I am
It was so
shocked
close. I
that
know.
is
You
not
should
on
be.
yours.
You should be.
Wow. Okay. Just sounded like a kick-ass 80s jam. Like, it's like a
You're
like
not
a
wrong.
Prince song or
And-
something. Like if she got possessed by Prince.
I felt I was just sticking too much with that debut album. I said, I got to draw the line somewhere.
Okay.
Got to pull stuff from elsewhere sometimes.
Yep.
Oh, yeah.
Gotta do it.
Well, I keep staring at this one, and this was the other one where I feel like she did raunchy better. Sex Dreams.
That was gonna be on mine.
That was not going to be on
But
mine.
that's one of my favorite jams on Art Pop, but it just, yeah.
Art Pop is weird because it's weird. So it was hard to pull anything like through that you really feel like you can kind of go to bat for. Like a lot of the stuff I pulled through is just because it's unique. And it's like, again, to point to, she does this too. Sometimes there's people who listen who gather the songs. And that's one of those ones. All right, Meri?
Did we skip you?
Did we?
Maybe. Well, then I will.
You're right. Sorry.
Oh, no worries. I'll throw out another.
dare you.
I will throw out another from Art Pop.
Okay, yeah, go for it.
Aura.
Oh my God.
Wow.
No.
No, I did not have that. That's Nope.
Why don't you play some catch-up here? Get another one in there. Especially since you missed that one.
This is
So
going to
wildly.
be an awkward ride home.
Your aura isn't very good, buddy.
Apparently not.
Just kidding.
I'm going to go with The Edge of Glory.
Okay, that's me. I got that.
Fucking hell.
Which that's what, that's a song that I like a lot. It's not a go-to track for me, but I think that was one of those songs that I thought for actually someone who really does want to dive in and try to find something to connect to. That's a little more straightforward song to connect to, and it seems to have connected with a lot of people.
I'd tell you, the reason it got cut is I thought that was a me song. Like, I thought I was connecting to it rather than this is something I would direct somebody to for Lady Gaga.
You're not alone. You're not alone.
You're not alone.
Well, I mean, it's in the conversation. I'm glad to see some of these, like, Edge of Glory, Venus,
Yeah.
and, like, the songs that I really loved, and Meri the Night, like, songs that I really loved, I was right about. I didn't pull the trigger on. All right. Let's do this one. GUI.
I cut that one.
I did too.
Again, it's weird. It's very weird. And she's new and exciting positions. And
Yeah.
I wrote excellent boundary pushing because she is really pushing the boundaries of what can be
Yeah.
considered pop in that song specifically. Like, there's so much weird stuff that she is bringing in that you just would not associate with a traditional pop record. So
Yeah.
I had to give that song a little props. All right, Meri?
All right, I have one more.
Oh, schnikes.
And it's off the first one, and it's Money Honey.
Nope.
Not on mine. Nope.
Oh,
Whiff,
hit and miss.
Wasn't even close.
Same.
Dang.
Like, that one was not on the radar at all. Not that, you need the knife twisted any harder, but
Toilet flush sound effect.
I'm down to my last 5 here. How many you got left, Steven?
I've got 4.
Okay, so we're basically trying to match each other here. So go on. Let's hear what you got.
I have Just Dance.
I do not. I think that one suffered from just being a radio tune when I
Yeah.
had so many already.
Yeah.
Because, again, it's that sound that you're looking for with her. So
It's going to be okay.
I think we're gonna be all right.
I'll survive. It's okay.
All right, let's take it back to the raunchy. I wrote raunchy open and undeniably fun. Love Game.
Yeah, that was one that I
That's
really...
on my list.
Hey, all right.
Absolutely.
This
That was
beat is
one of
sick.
those it is such a ridiculous song. But it's so fun. You can't stop singing it, even as a straight man. I love it.
I want to take a ride on your disco stick. Just fun. Stupid amounts of fun. All right. I remember when my dad discovered Lady Gaga, and he loved that song. And, like, I think he was playing it thinking he was going to embarrass me, which he didn't. I mean, at the time, I wasn't into the song, but, like, I was like, whatever, dude. Like, I don't care.
I thought you were going to say you joined in chorus with him and had a family sing-along there, and you both shocked each other.
I think if we listen now, it probably would happen.
That is beautiful.
All right.
It's
I'll
beautiful.
just say that.
All right, Steven.
I have Summer Boy from The Fame on this same conversation thread here, and I'm assuming that's going straight in the trash.
It's going right to the trash.
And
Sorry.
I thought about that one, but nope.
All right, so here's what I'm going to do. I've got 4 left. I'm going to bounce them off you, and then if I hit any, then you can clear yours out after that. Because there's no sense going one by one here at this point. So this is what I got left. I got Bad Kids.
Nope.
All right. Hair.
Nope.
Diamond Heart.
Nope.
And Brown Eyes.
Nope.
Yeah, see, this is why they were my last 4.
And my last one's Americano.
Ah, yeah. I hate that I don't have answers for why I didn't have X, Y, or Z.
Same
I actually
here.
forgot about that song.
Same here. She has so many songs.
Yeah.
So many quality songs.
Yeah.
And judging by what's left here, it looks like between the three of us, we liked Born This Way the most. Because there's only 5 that didn't get played. Whereas everything else has a decent amount left.
Yeah.
All right.
Yeah.
So, our 4 unanimous are Applause, Poker Face, Million Reasons, and Bad Romance. That's not a bad start. Almost halfway there.
Yeah, that's...
All right. And then we have 13 that we need to trim down to 6. Starting with Marry the Night, Boys, 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 You and I, Ayo, Perfect Illusion, Joanne, Judas, Venus, Telephone, Alejandro, Paparazzi, The Edge of Glory, Love Game. I'm going to tell you right off the bat, y'all had Edge of Glory, and I didn't, but I love that song. I'm popping that one through.
That's a good track.
Good choice.
Because I'd be loving that tune. And it...
Isn't that the last song on Born This Way?
I think so.
Yeah.
I think that's the way...
Because that's a damn good
it's
finisher.
a good closer. Absolutely.
It
Like
is.
that album
It
just
was
like starts
the last
strong
on my
and
list
just-
here. Yeah.
Yeah.
All right. So is there anything that you're looking at there, Meri, that you're feeling extremely drawn towards? Or anything that you're saying, well, why is that still around?
No, actually.
Okay.
I would I think I would fight for You and I, even
All right.
though it's another ballad and there's only one on our agreed list so far,
Yeah.
A Million Reasons, and I think You and I is a very good one too. I'd fight for that one. I'd say that would be.
Stephen was the odd man out on that. So if you disagree, it's okay. If you agree,
I would disagree, personally.
okay. Is there anything that you're looking at that you really are wanting to push through?
Marry the Night keeps coming back
Yeah.
to me as just
Blam.
quintessential
I'm
for
glad
her.
you said that. Because that's another one of those ones that was...
Yeah, I can't argue with that.
That was one of those ones that was definitely on my radar. One of the harder ones to cut. Edge of Glory, Marry the Night, absolutely were really hard for me to cut. So I'm glad that... Happy to put that one through. That was the one out. All right. So now we've got 6. We need to get 4 more. And it looks like we have 5 left still from Fame Monster. And 2 are already through. Do we want to pull anything else from that album through? Or do we want to leave that album alone at this point? Because we got Poker Face and Bad Romance. And I feel like, I mean, if it's only going to be 2, those are 2 really strong representations.
Yeah.
We've got Boys, 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 Telephone, Alejandro, Paparazzi, and Love Game. Of those, Love Game is fun. And so, like, I could see infusing the fun, but I feel like we get a good amount of fun in Poker Face and Bad Romance as well. So...
I don't know, though. I kind of think Love Game would be a good member of that family.
Yeah?
It is a good, raunchy, over-the-top, ridiculous song, which I'm not sure we have that yet in that mix, actually.
We definitely don't have raunchy
that
covered.
take
Nope.
of
Yeah,
hers.
I'd vote put
For a
Love Game in
balanced
there.
list.
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right. So let's do that. And at that point, do we want to drop everything else from that record just for ease of conversation at this point? Or is there anything else that you feel like at this point we still need?
I'm good dropping the rest of it.
Yeah, I am
at
too.
this point, just for balance's sake. It's the thing about Lady Gaga is she has so many different sides and little different takes on what she does, and somehow it all comes off. Maybe that's not the right way to put it. It all feels authentic. You feel like you're just seeing different expressions of her, and that's amazing how, in some ways, unmanaged she is. She goes to the extreme with what she does in all of these different directions, sometimes at the same time. And that's such a huge part, I think, at least for me, of her appeal.
So speaking to that point, though, like we have applause through with art pop, but that is like the one song off that is traditional sounding. The other one we have here that I loved, that I thought I was alone, but y'all had, was Venus, and that one is definitely not traditional Lady Gaga sound. Do we want to introduce people to... Okay.
I'd say yes. Yeah, I think so.
Yes, please.
Because she gets super weird on that album, and Venus is a great display of that.
To just murder that point, she actually had a Thanksgiving special with the Muppets when that album came out. So the Muppets were like doing that song with her.
That's awesome.
Along with Gypsy and a couple of other tracks. But like, I just remember watching that and just seeing like Kermit doing his weird, typical Muppet thing.
Little stiff arm dance.
Yeah. And it was just like, what is happening?
What did they change the lyric to? Because I do not recall.
I can't remember.
Don't you? It's like My Cookie's Famous or something.
Something like that.
That obvious and
It
still
was-
quite dirty.
It was ridiculous.
Yeah.
That's kind of great.
Yeah. I wish that they had that special on Netflix or something streamable.
I'm gonna dig that
I
up.
need to see that again.
Because looking at her wiki, I saw that and I was like, she did something with the Muppets. I kind of need to see this. And it just kind of escaped me until we just brought it up just now.
Oh, God.
It was beautiful. It's like, I don't know. It was
And
almost
she wore a
that
dress made of Kermit's like before that.
That's
back in
right.
the day.
That's right.
So
Yeah.
it's like,
Yeah.
her career has come full circle.
We haven't even talked about like the meat dress and like all the like the bizarre things that she's done. Like she really is an artist. Like you can say that's not artistry, but in our pop culture obsessed culture, I used culture too many times there.
Allow myself to introduce myself.
That is absolute artistry, like just in an Andy Kaufman type vein, in a much grander scale. So we have room for two more. And so looking at this point, I feel like Perfect Illusion's out because it leans more towards that typical Gaga sound that we have really well covered. Mm-hmm. So I think Perfect Illusion is out.
You all both really, really connect with Joanne.
Yeah.
Yeah, I was
would
going to
say
say,
that's
can Joanne
one.
go back to
That would be and that's a good balance to that list as well. That really is a different take on who she is.
I just love the idea of you can have all these raunchy tunes, these fun, just straightforward pop tunes, and then here comes this song that, if you let it, could make you cry.
Yeah.
Oh, I let it.
Yeah.
It didn't get me, but that's because I don't have that connection to her other than, my time frame, my week spent with her this week. So, but
My week with Gaga.
it was a week of Gaga for me. But yeah, I could absolutely see that making somebody cry. So that leaves fighting it out. You and I, Judas, and Ao are the final three for the last spot. Now, Steven was adamant against you and I. At this point, does Ao still stand with these with the 9 that have gotten through and with the other 2 that are still left in the conversation? Is it really a one-on-one battle here?
I mean, I would be happy with Judas jumping back in there.
Okay.
That'll be my pick.
Yeah,
but if you guys are completely sold on You and I, that's a good song.
I mean, at this point,
It's all good.
I've gotten so much of my stuff through and so much of the stuff that like I had to cut and didn't want to. Like I have no problem at this point conceding You and I. Because I like Judas too. Like it was, I really, really, really connected with Born This Way too, and it didn't really reflect in my list. So like I am with Judas. Let's put Judas through.
Fantastic.
That is crazy that that Born This Way was like just immediately like that's just weird.
Again, I was leaning.
Like I feel shame in a way. I'm like, why did I not pick that?
I was leaning into it heavy, and I thought, oh, I'm going to be the smart guy here, and it's message, and well, yeah. What are you going to do? So here we go. Here's our 10: Applause, Poker Face, Million Reasons, Bad Romance, The Edge of Glory, Marry the Night, Love Game, Venus, Joanne, and Judas. That's our 10. That's a strong ass 10.
Dig it.
That's a damn good list.
I dig it.
So let's crank the heat back up for you, Mary. Out of those 10, what's the one that you're pointing to?
I'd probably have to go with Bad Romance.
Again, I'm leaning there too. How you feeling, Steven?
I would also have to go with Bad Romance. I was hesitating for a second, just thinking, am I absolutely sure? But yes, I am. I mean, it is that monumental of a song. Especially if you were a fan when that song came out and looked around at what else was going on in the pop landscape at the time. But it just stands as one of the best, tightest, biggest, craziest, kind of perfect dance pop songs in recent memory, bar none. I mean, if you can write a better song than that in that genre, then more power to you. I will bow at your feet.
Well, and like I said, you push play, and again, I knew the tune. I'd heard it plenty of times before, but when you push play on the playlist and that comes on, and it feels so big, and it's just like only in your ears, and you're not listening in the radio, and just like, what? Okay, all right, and it gets you fired up to listen to Lady Gaga. So like,
hell yeah.
And I mean, the idea here being you want to track one. This is the one. This is the Lady Gaga tune. This is the one that you should listen to try to get into Lady Gaga.
Absolutely, it's like in the video. It's like it's very quiet up until like somebody puts their headphones on and they hit the push play on the boombox, and it's just that vocal.
Yep.
It just kicks you in the
Bam.
ass.
Right there. Bam. And you're ready to go. And hey, bam. Patreon.com/oh hi Justin. See how I did that? No, you didn't.
Nice.
$1 a month is really all it costs you to get literally, when I say literally everything I'm doing, which includes this podcast, obviously deprogrammed. You get it before the rest of the world, 4 days before everybody else. You get the Oh Hi Justin Daily Pod. That's exclusive to only my patrons. That only my patrons get to listen to that. Speaking of exclusivity, the After School podcast. Me and my kids do a podcast where we talk about their day.
That is so adorable. I love it.
It's the three of us, and we talk about their day. Exclusive to patrons. That's only $1 a month. You get hashtag WrestlePals right to your inbox. You get your music show when I'm able to keep up with it. Bell and Dubs season 2 is coming soonish. We're going to start recording for that. Well, we got to start writing for that, and then we start recording for that. All sorts of really fun stuff that I'm doing, and that doesn't even include like these goal stuff. Like if I get these the songs tracked, they go there first. You can listen to the junk I'm writing. Just saying, it only costs you $1 a month, and it greatly boosts my self-esteem. And the reality is, I want to help people, and boosting my self-esteem helps me help people. So it's a really fucked up situation, but it's only $1. It's really only $1. That's all I'm asking for. I'm not trying to get rich over here.
Hey, I give $1.
You do indeed,
I
Mary.
do, and I love every morning when I'm scrolling on my Twitter and I get those daily affirmations. It makes my day so much easier.
I don't know, some people may be annoyed with my positivity, and that just fuels me more. Because it's like, well, then it's working.
Exactly.
It's working because I feel good. So,
killing it.
Gotta stay positive.
I don't know if you're signed up for it, which was part of the reason why I had to fast track Lady Gaga. I don't know that you're signed up for anything else quite yet, Mary.
I don't think You know what? I think you're right.
You may have to take a peek at the list and see if there's
Yeah,
anything
I need
you want to
to.
jump in on.
Well, I asked you about Sia because, like,
Oh,
we
yeah.
were at the restaurant because we've seen Sia and we went to Philadelphia to see her, and I was just like, I don't think he's done a Sia. He should probably do that.
Well, what's funny about pop is like we don't dive into it too much because oftentimes the discography just isn't there to support it. But for me, as long as it's 3 albums,
Yeah.
we can pull out an
I think
episode.
she's got like 4
Okay,
or
well,
5.
we should be
maybe.
able to get it
So,
done.
yeah.
So I'll put it on the list and
And do that U2 part 2 because I'll
yes, we
jump
will.
on that,
We
too.
will eventually get to YouTube part 2. I need.
U3.
There's so much because I'm trying to get Jody back in for KMFDM, and it's just such an expansive catalog that we can't
Yes, it
decide which
is.
ones
Yes,
to
it
cover.
is.
And then Jody is also on for Bjork, which also is like there's
Oh.
no way to break
The
up.
best.
There's no way to break up Bjork's catalog. Like there's no way to do it. Like you can't go, well, it'll go from here to here, but like everything's so different that doesn't really do anything for you. So it's like
You need to
kinda-
remove weapons out of the room for that discussion because that is a personal soul searing discussion for Bjork's.
it'll get
picks.
heated. Okay.
Yeah.
So all right.
Don't invite him.
Well, I was gonna say, unfortunately, Steve and I are not friends on the Facebook. Hopefully, maybe after today now.
I don't even have a Facebook account
Oh, you're a smart man.
anymore.
I know.
You
He's doing it right.
Are a smart,
it's a struggle.
smart man.
But we are absolutely friends. Absolutely.
all right. But we'll have to. You'll have to be the voice
I'm
of
the
Steven.
proxy.
Yeah. And we'll get you guys signed in. Signed up for some stuff so we can get back and discuss more bands and such. But
It's fun.
thank you all so much for joining me. I appreciate you letting me vent a little bit before the show too.
Of course.
We won't get into what that was about.
That's what friends are
For Patreon supporters only. Thank you for having us.
You're not lying though, because I do talk a lot about that on Oh Hi Justin every day. So you're not lying. And one last time, here's our top 10. Number 1 with a bullet, Bad Romance. Applause, Poker Face, Million Reasons, The Edge of Glory, Marry the Night, Love Game, Venus, Joanne, and Judas. And hot damn, we covered all the bases with Lady Gaga.
Yes.
And
Well done, guys.
Well
done.
Give ourselves a nice round of applause.
Oh, yes.
Very good. Excellent.
Applause, applause, the applause.
And with that, Lady Gaga, learn them and love them, people. We'll see you next week. Goodbye.
Bye.